Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing for our second class for this week that's recorded is we're going to be working on a lot of traditional drills. So we do have testing coming up this next week. Myself and Mr. Martin are going to help you get you guys as prepared as possible testing. The number one thing that you guys are going to be doing with your testing is you guys are going to be doing your forms. Now we do have an individual special one-on-one video testing made for every single rank group. So if you guys are a white belt, orange belt, yellow belt, you guys are going to be doing a different testing via a one-on-one lesson, but every single person's testing is going to be done throughout the week by going on ventureintros.com and signing up for a one-on-one lesson with your instructors. So make sure you guys get signed up for a one-on-one lesson between Monday and Friday next week, and then your instructor will lead you guys through your testing and show you guys how we're going to be doing testing this time and answer any questions that you guys have. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out here with some really traditional warm-ups moving forward. This is a warm-up that anybody can do at home. It's really not going to require any equipment today, except for what we're going to do towards the end is we might add a line into one of our warm-ups later in the videos. Okay? So first thing, Mr. Martin's going to jump right there. Okay? Now, everybody face the front. Go Churiye. Kunye. Now, everybody jump out into a middle stance. Okay, now with the middle stance, you guys are going to put two hands out in front, just like this. Now, when I say right, Mr. Martin is going to step to the right and do two punches towards his right-hand side. When I say left, he's going to do two punches towards his left-hand side. Now, since Mr. Martin is working in a mirror, it's going to be a little harder, so he's going to have to go the opposite direction. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do is everybody step to the right. Then everybody step to the left. Punch, punch, then go to the right. Then left. Then 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 right. Then left. And freeze there for a second. Now, alright, now that you're getting your legs a little bit more warmed up, we're going to step back and we're going to do front kicks. Every single time I count, you guys are going to do a waist level front kick. Make sure you guys fully chamber, kick, and then re-chamber every single kick that you guys are doing. So let's see if you guys can keep pace with Mr. Martin. Okay, everybody, jump back into a front stance and waist level front kick. Go 1. Now go 2. Now go 3. Now go 4. Now go 5. And switch feet. Other side, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch feet. Now you guys are going to be doing head level front kicks. We're going to do 10 of them. Ready? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now switch your feet. Other side. Ready? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. All right, so now that we have your guys' legs warmed up a little bit more, we're going to work a little bit more on warming up your hips. So we're going to now be doing outer crescent kicks. We're going to start out mid-level outer crescent kicks. Now, when you guys are doing this, you guys are going to go across your body this way and then come out right where your waist level is. What I want you to do is I want you to turn a lot while you do this. Try not to turn a little. Okay? What I want you to do is I want you to turn this way and get a really big range of motion as you do this. So as I'm coming out, then I lay behind me, then I turn my hip, then I'm going to come all the way out. That way I get my hips nice and warmed up for the forms that we're going to do at the end of the workout. So Mr. Martin, heels out.
Yes, sir.
Starting out waist level, jump your foot back behind you. Ready? Now go 1, waist level, nice and easy. Ready? Go 2. Try to make sure you're turning your hips. Notice how Mr. Martin turns his hips right there in the beginning. Ready? Go 3. Now go 4. Ready? Go 5. Ready? 6. Now switch feet. Sorry, you want extra there. Ready? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And switch feet. Now head level. Ready? Go 1. Big circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now switch feet, other side. Get ready, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright everybody, now what we're going to do is we're going to pop back in here and we're going to add a little bit more of a leg workout here. So I'm going to explain this. This is going to work on your guys' balance for your forearms, but also your legs as well. So you guys are going to go here. You're going to pick up one foot. Now you can either pick it up back here or be really, really hard and pick it up here, depending on what your guys' level of difficulty is. So you guys are going to have your knee down here. Now, you're going to take this hand, you're going to bend this knee, and you're going to reach down and touch this way, and then come all the way back up. Then you're going to do it again. Down, touch, trying to make sure you maintain balance on that one foot. I'm bending this front leg as I do it all the way down here, touching on the side. After I do a couple on that side, we're going to go over to the other side. The exact same thing. I'm going to turn, I'm going to bend on this leg all the way down, I'm going to touch the ground, then I'm going to come all the way back up. So see if you guys can keep pace with Mr. Martin on this one. Ready? We're just going to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Ready? Go 1. Now go 2. Now go 3. Now go 4. And 5. Then switch feet. Other side. Ready? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Now we're going to do the same thing. 5 on one side, 5 on the other side, but Mr. Martin, and you guys are going to add a front kick coming out of it, okay? So front kick coming out of it, pick that foot up, all the way down, and go 1. Then front kick. 2. And front kick. 3. Front kick. 4. Front kick. 5. Front kick. And switch feet. Other side. Ready? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Now, right, that's going to be our warm-up for today. What I want you guys to do is, if you guys want more of a challenge, go back and do all of that again, pause the tape. Alright guys, so for our next part of our drilling is going to help you guys with all of your guys' hand techniques in your forms. Remember, testing is next week, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you guys with hand and foot timing. What you want to make sure is that your feet are parallel apart like this, right? So your feet are directly under your shoulders. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start out with a punch. Now, every single one of these moves is going to be incredibly traditional. If you guys are a black belt, okay, you can change all of this to single hand and do it with me, right? But either way, this is going to help you guys with hand and foot timing no matter what, okay? So we're going to put one hand straight out in front of us. We're going to take this foot, we're going to step forward, we're going to punch with this hand here. So everybody do this with me. Step, as your foot lands, you're going to punch here. Now I'm going to come right back to where I'm at. That way I don't have to move very far. Then I'm going to aim other side. I'm going to step, same time my foot lands, I punch. Here. Now I go back, then I'm going to step on this side, punch. As my foot lands, punch. As my foot lands, punch. As my foot lands. Now we're going to get into a rhythm. Go ahead and stay with me 100% as you guys are doing this. Every single time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch this up and we're going to do a low block. So, feet parallel, chamber, then go low block. Come back, other side, low block. Come back, other side, low block. Come back, low block. Now I'm going to change our form block. Make sure, hand and foot, same time. Getting a deep front stance each time as well. Now we're going to switch high block. Here. Now we're going to switch back to punches. Low blocks. High blocks. Outer foreblocks. Inner foreblocks. High blocks. Punches. And relax. Alright guys, now we're going to do the exact same concept except for it's going to be kicks. You guys are going to step, front kick, step, front kick, step, front kick. Then we're going to go step, round kick, step, side kick, and then we may even do a jump front kick in there and a hook kick in there as well, right? To give you guys a little bit more of an advanced look at this. So, ready? We're going to start out with front kicks. Every single time I call out a change, you guys are going to change exactly with Mr. Martin. We're going to start out really slow though. If you'll notice, Mr. Martin is jumping into a front stance for his front kicks. He's going to go front kick, then he's going to step back, switch. Front kick, step back, switch. Everything is going back to his parallel stance as he does it. So if you notice how he's switching, he's going right back to that parallel stance. So ready, then he's going to step back, parallel, front kick. Just like that, okay? Now, when we do our round kicks, he's going to basically go round kick. So he's going to have 1 foot in front, 1 foot behind. He's going to do the exact same thing, round kick. Then he's going to land. Parallel, step, other side. Round kick. Land. Step back, parallel, other side. Round kick. Land. Step back, parallel stance, other side. Round kick. Land. Parallel stance, other side. Right? As you switch, you don't have to get exactly in your parallel stance. What you can do is just work on the footwork as best you can, okay? So with that concept, we're going to start out with front kicks, nice and slow, okay? So ready? Really slow front kicks, go. Good, now, really try to keep with Mr. Martin here and get the footwork down. We're going to keep it this way for a second so you guys can work on stepping and switching before we get to the more advanced kicks here. So you're going to switch, step, kick, switch, step, kick each time. Excellent. Just like that, guys. You guys got it. Stepping, switching, kicking. Stepping, switching, kicking. All right, now we're going to change it up just a little bit and we're going to start doing round kicks, okay? We're going to start this really slow so everybody at home can see. Ready? So, round kick. Round kick. Then the footwork is really important, so we're not going to speed this up right now. We're going to stay very, very slow. In round 2 of this, what we're going to do is we're going to start to speed all of this up so you guys can see it as I explain each footwork movement, okay? It's much more complicated doing kicks and much more difficult than it is just stepping forward with your hands, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do side kicks, back leg side kicks. Okay, so he's going to come across, he's going to be pushing his foot straight out. If you guys have an untrained eye, this may look the same, but it's not. Notice the direction of his kick is going out instead of around as he does this, okay? So ready? Side kicks now. Footwork is going to be the same. Side kick. Okay, now we are going to go back to front kicks. Now what you guys are going to do is you guys are going to start to speed it up just a little bit here. So speed up the timing. Speed it up. Step, step, kick. Step, step, kick. Step, step, kick. Okay, now we're going to do round kicks. A little bit faster pace, guys. A little bit faster pace. At this point, it should start getting hard. You should start having to breathe, okay? Excellent. There, now we're going to go back leg side kicks into it. At this point, you should definitely be breathing hard, right? Especially if you're keeping up with Mr. Martin's pace with each one of these kicks. Going front kick, round kicks, then side kicks, okay? And relax there for a second. Okay, now we're gonna throw in a jump front kick into this too, okay? So Mr. Martin, he's gonna go jump front kick. As he does this, all right, it's gonna be the same concept. He's gonna be kicking with his back leg like you would in form number 6, if you guys have done form number 6, okay? So he's gonna jump off of both feet. He's gonna kick, jump front kicks now. Jump front kick. There, then land, and then now you're going to use the exact same step back as you do jump front kick with the other side. Okay? So it'll be step, then switch. There we go. Okay? Now, ready, then switch, kick. There, ready, and then go. Now we're going to go really slow, Mr. Martin. Excellent, just like that. That way, because the footwork is a lot harder to get down on this one, guys. Okay? We're not going to go fast. We're not going to go super athletic right now. All we're going to be doing is doing nice and easy kicks just like Mr. Martin's doing. Right? Take this second to breathe while you guys are doing this. It's a very difficult drills to do non-stop. It looks easy, but it's really hard once you jump into it. Now what we're going to do is you guys are going to try to pick up the pace a little bit on that. Okay? Ready? And go jump front kick. Step, switch, jump front kick. Step, switch, jump front kick. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, and we're going to go front kick, round kick, side kick, jump front kick, and then we're going to be done. Okay? So everybody take a second to breathe here. All right? And you're going to see if you can keep Mr. Martin's pace the whole time. All right? Who can do that? You guys ready? Okay. Ready, Mr. Martin? All right, so front kicks, nice and easy. Try to keep the same pace the whole drill. We're going to go about 30 seconds here. 30 seconds is it. Now round kicks, go. Nice, excellent, guys. Now side kicks, go. You guys are over halfway done. You guys are over halfway done. Don't stop, keep going, let's go. Go, go, go. Now jump front kicks, last couple seconds. Try not to mess up your rhythm, especially when you guys are crazy tired. Keep going. Keep going. Go, go, go. You guys got 5 more seconds. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze right there. All right, if you guys were able to do that drill, the pace Mr. Martin is, that is absolutely amazing. If you guys struggled with that drill, that's okay, right? What we're going to be doing is our goal is to try to challenge you guys, okay? So if you guys did not get that because it was a really difficult drill or you didn't even know some of those kicks, try your best to step up. You can also pause the tape right here, go back and do all of that again until you guys can do it. When you guys are working when you guys are working on perseverance, it's all about try again. So if you can't do some of these drills, just go back until you can do them. All right, so before we get on to some really, really great training for our forms, the last part of this week to prep for testing, we're just going to work on stances a little bit more. So we've worked on a little bit on our kicks, we've worked a little bit on our hand and foot timing and our hands. Now we're going to talk about strictly stances. So what you're going to need here is, if you notice, we basically just laid a piece of tape on the floor in a straight line. Okay, this is going to give you guys a little bit of a break from all of the cardio work that we've done and really, really work on the strength in your legs and just holding amazing stances. So we're going to start with a front stance. Now, the reason we want a straight line on a front stance is because you want one foot on one side, one foot clearly on the other side. So Mr. Martin is going to show you guys here what this drill is going to do. So he's going to take one foot, he's going to put it clearly on one side of the line. He wants maybe about a full foot in between that foot and the line. His other foot is going to step on the other side of the line. This is how wide his feet are going to be apart. Now, the adjustment he's going to make here is he's going to step this foot straight forward into a front stance as he does this. With his front knee bent and his back leg straight, his hands up. Now he's going to step, but when he steps, he's going to make sure he keeps his left leg directly on that side of the line. Now, if you guys are a higher level of student, your goal is not to let your head move as you switch stances. Really, really high level forms competitors, they don't want their head to bob up and down. So if Mr. Martin does this correctly, go and reset, sir.
Sorry.
First, he's going to do a bad example of this. So you're going to see his head move up and down. Okay? Now, what that does is that adds a little bit of slop to your guys' forms, right? If you're a basic student, just worry about your stances and where your feet are and your front knee being bent, okay? But even if you guys are an advanced student, right, taking this class, I want you guys to think about where your head's at. Now you'll notice his head is not changing height the entire time. He's going to do one more time. So you see his head does not change height. Stepping, excellent, and stepping. Okay, this is going to be a drill I want you guys to work on at home, keeping your head nice and level, okay? So make sure you guys do that a couple times if you guys were not doing it with Mr. Martin as well. We'll do it one time, that way if you guys are following along live, you guys can do it with Mr. Martin here, okay? Ready, and go. All the way through, then step, one last stance. Excellent, now go reset. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our next stance, which is going to be a middle stance. What you want is you want your feet on a nice straight line here. So we're going to be working on this from a sideways view. In my middle stance, I want my feet about double shoulder width apart, my knees bent out over my feet this way. I don't want my knees bent in this way. I want my knees to where if I look at my stance like this, my feet are going to be directly under my knees as much as possible as I keep my back straight. So you're going to use the line in order to make sure that you're moving properly middle stances back and forth. So from your guys' view, you're going to be able to see Mr. Martin's stance on a nice straight line, okay? So go ahead and jump there. And then he's going to do one middle stance step this direction, and then he's going to go one middle stance step the other direction. Another thing that you guys are going to notice is his head is not going to change height, okay? So he's going to give you a bad example here, and then a good example. See how his head goes up and down? We don't want that. We want this next example where he gets in a really great middle stance and he keeps his head at the same level. So Mr. Martin, go and demonstrate that. Just like that. So his head's moving sideways, but it's not bobbing up and down. All right? So let's go and do that one more time with Mr. Martin so you guys can follow along and work on these stances. Again, both knees are bent out over your feet. Excellent. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to switch back stance. Now, back stance, the way we're going to switch, it's kind of similar to a front stance. I'm going to have both of my heels this way, and then I'm actually going to step like this as I do it going forward. A couple things I want to make sure is if you guys can see my feet here, I want to make sure I have an L shape with my feet. So my front foot is on the line, my other foot is pointed straight this way. So my feet are like this. Now I step this front foot out this direction. Most of my weight is on my back foot, so as I move forward, I keep and I shift my weight on my back foot. It's a lot more difficult of a transition, so you guys are going to do it together with Mr. Martin, okay? So first, going forward, he's going to keep all his weight on his back foot. He's going to slide that back foot forward, keeping his head the same level, and then he's going to step backwards, then he's going to step forwards. If you guys are not following along, make sure you guys are following along with Mr. Martin here. Then he steps forward, then he steps backwards. Then he steps forwards, and one more time steps backwards. This is a great transition drill. One last detail I want to point out is when Mr. Martin and myself, when we're stepping forward, this foot is now going sideways, this foot is now going forwards as I lean my weight on my back foot, okay? Then when I step backwards, watch this foot turn, this foot goes sideways. So make sure you guys are following along with us. Now, Mr. Martin, we are going to be doing a sparring stance. This is the last stance that we're going to touch on in our drills today, being stance number 4. We've covered front stance, middle stance, back stance, now sparring stance. This is something that everybody tends to mess up. Okay, I want my heel on the line and my toe on the line. All right, all of my toes face the same direction. I'm not quite as deep as a middle stance, all right? My feet are a little closer together, but my knees are still bent. Now, as I step forward, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pivot, all right, to where now this toe is on the line and this heel is on the line here. Now as I step backwards, watch where my foot is here. My foot is gonna pivot to where my toe is on the line and my heel is on the line. So you guys are gonna follow Mr. Martin through that, trying to keep your head at the same level, okay? Ready? Mr. Martin, toe and heel. Then he's gonna step forward, toe and heel on the other side. Excellent. Then he's gonna step back, toe and heel. Then step forwards, toe and heels. Transitioning between sparring stances. One more time. Go toe and heel, and toe and heel. And toe and heel, and toe and heel. Excellent. All right, guys. So those are going to be our drills that we have you guys working on your stances. Again, testing is next week, so we're going to get you guys prepped really, really well for your forms in this next section. All right, guys, so for all of our second degrees, we have a training method for you guys that is going to help you guys get better at your forms. One of the things I want you guys to think about in quarantine is, what are your goals? I want you to sit down, I want you to write them out. I want you to pick yourself a specific goal that you guys can work on during this time where you guys are stuck at home. Taekwondo, you can actually make yourself way better during this period of time if you guys use the right drills in order to get you there. So I'm going to give you guys the drills in line 3 and line 4 of the second degree form, explaining every single detail that you guys can get to in order to make yourself better. Okay, so we're going to start out in line number 3 of your form. All right, so Mr. Martin is going to get set up. I'm going to talk about the details in this, and this is what you guys are going to be paying attention to. Concentration. So every move is going to be 5 seconds long. This is going to be one of our things that we're doing. Make sure that your fingers are together. Make sure that your foot is pivoted and your body is straight up and down as you do this side kick. Okay? So you may need to adjust a little bit because we're all working with a little bit less room here. Now, as you rechamber your side kick and you land, you should look, step, keep your shoulders straight up and down, and re-look before you throw that hook kick across. Doing it concentration is going to force you guys to do this level of technique. Every single move is 5 seconds now. Passing across, make sure this is mid-level as you do it. When you step out into your front stance, make sure that your front toes are pointed forward, your back toes are pointed forward, and your knee is out over your foot. Now, when Mr. Martin does this, notice his body position. Doing things concentration will force you guys to have an amazing body position. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to balance through all of these kicks. These are amazing drills as a second degree to do. Now, as he turns, right, watch his pullback elbow, watch his body position, watch where his knee is, how it's over his foot, watch where his hammer fist is, and as he's chopping, as it's neck level. So that is going to be line number 3 of your form. Every single detail is important. Everything goes from your fingers together to your knees bent, to your middle stances, to your sparring stances, to your front stances. Make sure you guys work on those. Okay, now line number 4. Stepping out. Hands come back and go. First move all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next move. Stepping out. 1, 2, 3. Pay attention to your details. 4, 5. Next move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last 2 moves. 1, 2, 3. Then 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you guys are working on this, doing it concentration, this is going to help you guys a ton know exactly where your body is. It's also going to help your balance a ton on your kicks, right? And your concentration going through the form. But again, write down all of your goals during this period of time. Make yourself better. Use this opportunity being stuck at home to make yourself a stronger person. Make yourself a better martial artist in this time.